Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a hammer. You don't really know you.
Hey friends, thanks for tuning into my channel. If you're new, my name is Jazlyn, and if you're not new, welcome back to another video. So today's video, as always, you can tell by the title, we are talking about lessons that I have learned in my 20s. Okay, I am at 28 going on 29 this year, so your girl is almost 30, and I thought this is the perfect time to go ahead and share all of my knowledge and wisdom that I have learned thus far. We are still learning and growing every day. So if you want to hear some lessons that I've learned in my 20s to make sure that you don't have to go through the same thing that I did, okay? I crawled so y'all can walk. I walked so y'all can run. So if this sounds like the video for you and you are so excited and ready to tune in, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you like it, which I know you're going to, okay? Comment on this video. Let's have some chit chat, some girl chat in the comment section down below. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss when I post, okay? Without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so you guys, like I said, I'm still learning and growing every single day, okay? Take what fits and leave what does not. I'm just going to go over a few things that I have learned so far, and hopefully I can help the next girl or the next person who is going through the same thing currently or is on their way to that situation, because trust me, life will humble you, okay? I finally am starting to feel just a teeny weeny bit like I am a real adult, because this whole time I still feel like a kid. Like, if I had a kid today, I would still feel like I'm having a teenage pregnancy, okay? So let's get right into it. So tip or lesson number one that I have learned in my 20s is self-love is everything. The earlier that you can start learning about what self-love actually is and what it actually means and how to do so, the better, because it doesn't get easier. I don't know. I think it might get a little harder. It depends, okay? It depends on how you look at it. But either way, self-love and self-care is always going to be kind of difficult, because you'll fall off, things will come up that will make you like regretful. You'll have guilt and regrets about just decisions or things that you have done in your life, and that could kind of make it hard for you to love yourself sometimes. But always remember, you always have you. You came in this world by yourself. Yes, you do have a support system and family all around you, but at the end of the day, you are your own responsibility. So take care of yourself with care, love, grace. Give yourself lots and lots and lots of grace, because you are definitely going to need it. And that nobody is going to have you like you have you, so you always can rely on yourself. Make sure that you are always your number one priority, because at the end of the day, everyone else, at the end of the day got to end. No, but everyone else is always going to put their selves first. So make sure that you put yourself first, because nobody else will. Everyone else is going to put themselves before anything. So you need to worry about you and let them worry about them. So yeah, just make sure that you are taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, just making sure that you are taking care of you. Every aspect, from head to toe, top to bottom, all the way around. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself and that you are your number one priority. Okay, y'all, so lesson number two that I have learned so far in my 20s is that comparison is the thief of joy. I know most of you guys have probably heard that saying before, and as we get older, the sayings that we grew up hearing are going to start making sense. They're going to start clicking, okay? So as you get older, you start to see your peers and people around you doing different things. Especially once you graduate high school, you're going to see some people go off and get married. Some people have babies. Some people do both. Some people go to college. Some people join the military. Like, literally everyone around you are going to be doing different things. So as soon as you learn to start doing what's best for you and learning and knowing yourself and what you like and what you want to do, you focus on that path. You focus on the path that you chose, or that you are going to choose. You don't focus on the path that everyone else is choosing, or that the next girl is on, or that your best friend or your siblings, or the path that your parents want you to be on. None of that matters, for real, okay? I'm not going to say don't listen and don't take advice from the people that are older than you and your parents and stuff, because like what they're saying sometimes does hold weight, but just like pray to God for discernment and pray that you make the right decision for you, because what your parents did and what our parents, especially now, this is like the biggest, I feel like, jump in generations that we are witnessing, like as we speak. Because now we have social media and content, and when I was growing up and my parents were growing up, all they knew was like college. It was just like, go to school, go to college, get a good job. I know the same spiel. You guys have probably heard it the same. And that was like all they knew. So I don't blame them for wanting me to do that. And honestly, I'm really glad that I did end up going to college and getting my degree. I even have thought about going back to get my master's. But that's because that's something that I personally want to do, not something that I feel like has to be done. And I'm the first person in my generation to be on this social media, TV content type of journey. So, my family isn't a family of entrepreneurs. So especially when I first started, they were like, girl, what? But yeah, so anyway, I kind of feel like I got off track a little bit. But yeah, so just make sure that you stay on the path that you want to do. The more that you know yourself and learn yourself early, then the more you are going to be able to start making decisions on your own. And the more you make the decisions on your own, the easier it will get, because you'll know, like, you know what, I trust myself a little bit. Like, I kind of know what I'm talking about. And at least if you do what you feel was best at the time, you won't have any regrets. You'll know, like, hey, at least I tried. At least I tried. I got out there and it didn't work out, but oh well, we could pivot. We could do something else. Everything is not going to work the way that you think it's gonna work the first time. Clock it. Okay, y'all, so lesson number 2 that I have learned so far in my 20s is that comparison is the thief of joy. I know most of you guys have probably heard that saying before, and as we get older, the sayings that we grew up hearing are gonna start making sense. They're gonna start clicking, okay? So as you get older, you start to see your peers and people around you doing different things. Especially once you graduate high school, you're going to see some people go off and get married. Some people have babies. Some people do both. Some people go to college. Some people join the military. Like, literally everyone around you are going to be doing different things. So as soon as you learn to start doing what's best for you and learning and knowing yourself and what you like and what you want to do, you focus on that path. You focus on the path that you chose or that you are going to choose. Don't focus on the path that everyone else is choosing, or that the next girl is on, or that your best friend or your siblings, or the path that your parents want you to be on. None of that matters, for real, okay? And I'm not going to say don't listen and don't take advice from the people that are older than you and your parents and stuff, because, like, what they're saying sometimes does hold weight. But just, like, pray to God for discernment and pray that you make the right decision for you, because what your parents did and what our parents, especially now, this is like the biggest, I feel like, jump in generations that we are witnessing, like, as we speak. Because now we have social media and content, and when I was growing up and my parents were growing up, all they knew was, like, college. It was just like, go to school, go to college, get a good job. I know the same spiel. You guys have probably heard it the same. And that was, like, all they knew. So I don't blame them for wanting me to do that. And honestly, I'm really glad that I did end up going to college and getting my degree. I even have thought about going back to get my master's. But that's because that's something that I personally want to do, not something that I feel like has to be done. And I'm the first person in my generation to be on this social media, TV content type of journey. So, my family isn't a family of entrepreneurs. So especially when I first started, they were like, girl, what? But yeah, so anyway, I kind of feel like I got off track a little bit. But yeah, so just make sure that you stay on the path that you want to do. The more that you know yourself and learn yourself early, then the more you are going to be able to start making decisions on your own. And the more you make the decisions on your own, the easier it will get, because you'll know, like, you know what, I trust myself a little bit. Like, I kind of know what I'm talking about. And at least if you do what you feel was best at the time, you won't have any regrets. You'll know, like, hey, at least I tried. At least I tried. I got out there and it didn't work out, but oh well, we could pivot. We could do something else. Everything is not going to work the way that you think it's going to work the first time. Clock it. If you are so focused on everyone else's journey and path and like upset that you're not where you're supposed to be, it's going to dim your own light, and that's going to be nobody else's fault but yours, because what God has for you is for you. It's not for anybody else. Everyone's path is not going to look the same. Like, Cardi B was a stripper and now she's one of the #1 rappers, celebrities in the world. You might have went to college, and then in 5 years later, you can be the biggest celebrity stylist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that made sense. But you can get to the same place or get where you're needing to go, but you're going to have a different path. Like, everybody is not going to have the same path and journey. So you can't look at the next person beside you and be upset that they are further, what you consider further than you are when you're doing the same thing, because you're not going to get to the place that you need to go if you're trying to do what the next person is doing. So stay on your path, be focused, stay on your grind, try your best, put it out there, and you can use others as motivation to keep going and keep pushing. But just know at the end of the day, when your time is there and your time has come, you're going to know it, and it's going to be the best feeling. You want it to happen in the way that God also wants it to happen. You don't want it to happen like the next person, because who knows where they could be in 5 years after that. Like, they might have suffered drug addiction, and now, you know, you don't want to have to do that. So just focus on yourself, do your own thing, use it as motivation or what have you, and just know that what God has for you is going to be for you, and that's it, period. All right, y'all. So lesson number 3 that I have learned so far that I'm still working on to this day is to set boundaries, okay? All of these things that I'm going over are things that have taken me over time to learn, and to also still learn and still train myself. So the earlier that you know, okay, I didn't have me when I was going through my 20s. So now y'all have me. So learn to say no. Saying no is not selfish. It's necessary for your peace, for your joy, for your peace of mind, just all around, for you to have healthy relationships with people, because people will run all over you. They will take your kindness for weakness, and once they start thinking that, it's going to be so hard to try to bounce back, okay? So say no for your own peace of mind, and don't feel like selfish or feel like a bad, horrible, nasty person for saying no to someone, because if it's conducive to you and your peace of mind, then that's what you need to do. I don't want to say bump everybody else, but when it comes down to it, you need to worry about yourself first. Like I said, prioritize yourself, okay? It's all connected, y'all. Okay, so the next thing that I have learned so far in my 20s is going to be to invest in your growth, invest in yourself. So whatever that means to you, if that's going to college, that's investing in yourself. If you on YouTube University trying to teach yourself a trade or a skill, and you spend hours and hours on YouTube, that is investing in yourself, and you are doing the right thing. If you have something that you know you want to do, or that you want to learn how to do or invest in, or whatever it is, make sure that you spend the time, the effort, the money if you have it. Like if you can invest monetarily, then do that as well. Any way that you are growing, read books more, do a lot of more self-help things on your downtime. Make sure that you are prioritizing yourself, and that you are investing into yourself and into your future, so that you have all the tools and the things that you need to be successful in life. And the more you learn now, the more you'll be able to learn in the future. Sorry, y'all, I had to get some tea because my throat, like this weather has my throat feeling scratchy, and I feel like it's straining. I feel like my voice is cracking, so I do apologize if my voice is a little strained during this video. But I do have my tea here in my special favorite butterfly mug. So yeah, back to it. Let's get back into it, because the devil is not going to stop us from getting this message, okay? I was talking about setting boundaries and saying no, and also investing in yourself. That's where we got. Okay, so I was talking about investing in yourself. So investing in yourself also means with therapy. Okay, if your job will give you credits or money towards therapy, or if you can afford it, do therapy, y'all. I wish I could do therapy right now. I have looked into it, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared, and I'm not ready to spend the bag on therapy just yet, because I need a good therapist. I don't want no cheap stuff. So we'll get into it. However, I do plan to do it, and I do want to do it. It's something that I've been very interested in. If you guys don't know, I went to school for psychology and human services, so that's right up my alley. I do my own self-therapy, but I would love to like sit down and really talk to someone. Anyways, if you can invest in therapy, pour into yourself, pour into the things that you like, that feed you and feed your brain and feed your creativity and your inner creative, your inner child. Anything that will feed your inner child, love it. I'm obsessed with it. Do it when you can, because at the end of the day, all of these things are going to help you evolve as a person, as a young adult going into their 30s. You don't want to go into your 30s and 40s with the same baggage that you had in your 20s. Okay, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. And especially when you start getting older, if you haven't started a family already and you start to get married and have kids, that's honestly one of the reasons why I have not done that yet, is because I have a lot of childhood trauma. Let's talk about it. That I'm not ready to bring into my future relationship, into my little mini Jazz that's going to be running around. Like, I'm not ready to do that. And also, relationship-wise, I have a lot of relationship baggage that I'm not ready to, I don't want to say get rid of, but that I haven't dealt with. Let's say that I'm working on dealing with, and that I haven't fully got over. And from my last relationship, I could say it's still thriving and flourishing. So I need to make sure I get that together. And you can work on yourself while you're in a relationship with somebody, if you're in the relationship with the right person. Okay, y'all, another thing that I have learned, I feel like I'm saying that every single time, but anyway, something else that I have learned is quality over quantity. That means friendships, relationships, whatever you're into, men, women, whatever. all around, any type of relationship, your co-worker relationship, all of that stuff. Everything is quality over quantity. You don't need to have a big group of friends of 20 and 30 people. Like, sometimes when you see people with bigger friend groups, you can feel like, well, dang, like I don't have that many friends. But I promise you, having quality and having the right people around you is very important, because those big friendships, I guarantee you, it's a mess and some drama going on between. I don't care what nobody's saying. There's not one huge friend group that's just all peaches and cream. I promise you, it looks better on the outside than it really does what's going on in the inside. But just focus on your relationship. Focus on building and putting into those relationships so they can grow and flourish. And don't worry about having a big, large, just people around you at all times and yes men and all that. Just focus on what you have. And honestly, if you guys let some people go, let them go. That's something else that I learned in my 20s, that everybody cannot come with you. Oh, that's a word, because I am the biggest, I have a big issue with that. Like, I always want to bring people with me. I want to have people do stuff with me. I want people to see, like, people don't see the potential that I see in them, and I want them to do bigger and better things. But if they don't want it for themselves, you can drag a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. Y'all, I'm getting mature. I'm getting seasoned for real. What? I feel like a preacher up here. Y'all can't tell me nothing about this, okay? You cannot bring everybody with you. So yeah, focus on the relationships that you do have and the people that you do meet. You can meet new people and all that good stuff, but just make sure that you're picking quality people to be around you, because people around you can be your biggest downfall. Like, I know y'all have seen it with celebrities. They have these people around them, and then a few years later it comes out that all this stuff was going on. Like, people just be hanging out just to hang out, and we don't have time for that anymore. We just don't. We're not getting no younger. We need to start being mature and smart and pay attention and know what's going on. Everyone is not in your life for the rest of your life, okay? They could be here for a season. They could be here to teach you a lesson. They could be here for whatever. So I say just take those relationships for what they are. Don't dwell too much on it, and just enjoy them while they're there. Make sure that you're doing what you have to do. And if you mess up or do something and fall out with a friend, just let it be that. You don't gotta bash them. You don't have to, it could just be that. I have plenty of people, plenty of people that I do not talk to anymore. That is no bad beef on my end. I don't know about on their end, but I just can't do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, they could feel the same way about me. They might be like, yeah, I don't fuck with her no more, and that's cool, because I don't fuck with you either. But quality over quantity. I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Also, one more thing before we get off that topic. The same quality that you thought was quality before may not be quality anymore. The same quality that you thought was quality before may not be quality anymore. So as you learn, you might outgrow some people, and their relationship is not going to be the same, because they might be stuck in 2014 when y'all met. And it's 2025. We're elevating. We're leveling up. Okay, so yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Okay, moving right along. I think we're on about lesson number 6 or something like that. And I just want to talk about failure being a teacher. I am a Virgo. I'm very structured. I'm very used to being good at things. And I had to learn, and again, I'm still working on this, is that failure is a teacher. Hearing no is a teacher. You are not going to get a yes for everything, and that's a blessing. Okay, the sooner that you realize that, the better that you'll be able to take your no's and your failures, because it's hard to fail, but you gotta fail in order to succeed. Like, you have to see what things don't work in order to see the things that will work. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself at all, for real, especially if it's nothing in your control. Because just because you hear a no or things don't work out how you wanted them to, doesn't mean that it's necessarily like a bad thing that happened. Just take it with a grain of salt, learn from it, grow from it, and don't dwell on it. Don't keep looking back on what could have been, and just focus on what's ahead. Because once you get there, then you're going to look back and see exactly why you heard that no or you saw that failure. It's going to all make sense in the end. So pay attention to those failures. Don't just let it be a failure and then go off and forget and do the same thing over again. Like, you need to really pay attention to what happened in those situations and try to actually learn something, at least one little thing, okay? At least learn one little thing from it, and just keep growing and keep going. Okay, y'all, so moving right along, let's talk about the money. Let's talk about the money, the finances part, okay? So investing is very important. Learning to be very frugal and knowing how to spend your money is very, very, very important, okay? Especially in your 20s when you might be getting money. You probably got your first little real job, like, you're spending money on friends and with friends and going on trips and bottles and sections and all that good stuff. No, and understand that money does not buy happiness, but it does buy freedom. So if you can, do it the right way, y'all. Don't be spending your money out here willy-nilly. Like, save, invest. If you're going to spend a bag, make sure you save in a bag as well. Like, you need to have a good balance of both. You don't want to be just collecting money and then you look up a few years from now, you don't even know where the money went. That could have been money that you used to move across the state and you still in your hometown. Just so if you can, learn to invest in something like, I don't know, Airbnb, flip a house, something like that. If you can. I know that's kind of like big, but if you can, do it. If you have the money to do it, do it. If not, I say just save and put your money towards something that's going to be meaningful later so that you'll know where your money went and it won't be like a waste. It won't be money down the drain. Like, do what you can about saving and stuff like that. So another lesson that I learned that was really, really, really important is to protect your peace. Nothing is more important than your peace and your energy. Protect your energy at all costs. Everybody does not need to be around you. Everybody does not deserve to be around you. But stop just letting anybody willy-nilly come in and out of your life and just soak up all of your good, positive energy and drain you for filth. Because like I said, having those bad people around you could be your downfall in the future, and they're just, some people just want to come around you to soak up your goodness and your power, your energy, and they just love it. They soak it up, and then you come out looking like a shriveled prune somewhere. We are not letting everybody around us no more. So protect yourself, protect your peace, learning how to say no when you need to, and yeah, don't let everybody around you in your space. They don't deserve it. Make them show improve. Make them work for it. Make them show you why they need to be around you. Bring people around you that you're feeding off of their energy, that you guys are giving each other energy in life. And it's an even exchange. Or like when I'm low and they're high, they can bring me up and vice versa. Not somebody that's just always negative Nancy and bringing you down and trauma bonding. Don't trauma bond with people, okay? Because I have had that as well. When you trauma bond or when you're not watching what you're intaking on TikTok and Instagram, and you're just watching other people who have the same like struggles as you, and then you just end up even more so, I don't know, just be mindful of the energy and the type of people that you be having around you, and watch their energy, because there are demons walking around on this earth, y'all. Okay, when you are out there chasing your dreams and chasing success, chase your purpose, not the success and not the money of it all. Like, chase your purpose and your why. Try to figure out what you like to do, what you love to do, what feeds you, what feeds your soul. Chase that. Chase the purpose, because the money is going to come and go. The successes could come and go, and you don't want to get to the top and then be miserable and realize like, oh my gosh, why am I even here? So if you find your passion and your purpose and you get there, it's gonna all make sense, and the other stuff will fall into line as well in due time. All right, y'all, so going right into the next one. Gratitude is everything. Learn to be grateful for what you have in the moment. Try to stay in the moment. Don't look too far in the past. Don't look too far in the future. Just stay focused, stay grounded, visit your family and your grandparents and everybody when you can, so that you can stay focused and stay grounded, and just be grateful for what you have. If you're in a little apartment, be grateful. If you have a little beat up car, but you have a car, be grateful. If you don't have a car, but you can afford to Uber everywhere, be grateful. Just show God that you are grateful for every little thing, because He is going to bless you bigger than you could ever imagine. And one day when you look back, you're going to miss those little things that you had that you probably thought you would never miss. Like, I used to, when I was like at the end of college, I was like, oh, I can't wait to graduate and get out of here and get my own apartment and just start like my real big girl life. And then now sometimes I look back and be like, damn, like I wish I would have like done more in college. I wish I would have like cherished those moments hanging out with my roommates and my friends that lived in the same building, like, you know, like little stuff like that. So just cherish the little things, show gratitude for every little thing, and your big blessing is coming, because you never know when you're never gonna get back that moment in time, y'all. So when we're cherishing the little things, make sure that you're doing the little things, because they do matter. So drink your water, stop drinking all that soda, and stop being an alcoholic and smoking all that hookah, okay? You're only 18. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just make sure that you take care of your body. The little things like that do matter. Hygiene matters. Taking care of yourself matters. Keeping yourself up matters. Drinking your water. I'm going to say that again, because some of y'all not drinking no water. Drinking your water matters. And stop drinking Dasani and Aquafina. Also journaling and talking to yourself, like saying good things about yourself, affirmations and journaling and diaries, and just all those little things, the little things that you don't think matter, they matter because they're all contributing to your overall health and well-being. So you want to like pay attention to those things, and if you are doing those little habits already, then you are right on track, and I'm so proud of you, girl, already. So yeah, just keep on doing the little things and know that they are not going in vain and that they actually do make a difference, a huge difference actually. Okay, so I have a few more tips for you guys, a few more lessons that I have learned. Another one is healing takes time, and I feel like to actually heal and get through something, you have to learn to be okay with being sad. You have to be okay with being a little bit sad, a little bit down. Every day is not happy, cherry, flowers, and roses. Like, healing does take time, but you will heal, and each time you go back, you are hindering and pushing back your healing process. So let me just say that. So whether that's heartbreak, disappointment, grief, anything like that, it does take time. You will be sad, but what I have learned recently that has really helped me learn to heal from certain things is to know that you are going to be sad and to be okay with being sad, if that makes sense. Like, let yourself feel it. Let yourself miss that person. Two things can be true at once. You can miss someone and still know that you do not need to go back to them. So get out there. Try to keep yourself distracted, okay? Work, clean up, focus on yourself, really focus on yourself, focus on your goals, make new goals, work every day on that business that you want to start, on that YouTube channel, record that content, get up, get out the house, go to the store, hang out with your girlfriends, get your mind off of that nigga, and keep moving and keep pushing and keep healing, because it will be a day where you are healed. It might take some time, because healing takes time, but you will get to that day, okay? You will meet your person. You will meet your Prince Charming. You will have that family that you want and desire, and you will get over that man that broke your heart, or that friend that broke your heart, or that family member that broke your heart. And lean on those people around you that you know you can trust, those other family members that are still around, that have your back. Like, lean on them, talk to them, let them know how you're feeling. Do not suffer alone, okay? Do not have those evil thoughts that the devil is trying to put into your head. Talk to someone, and if you don't feel like you can make it, call somebody, okay? Because we need you here. We want you here. The world needs to see you. Don't do anything to harm yourself or anything like that. So, yeah, just putting that out there. It's never that bad, okay? No matter how it feels, it's never that bad, and it's never something that you can't get past, okay? That's it. That's all. We're not going there, okay? We're going to stay on the path, and if you need help or if you need to talk to somebody, do it. Don't wait. Do it. Okay, y'all, I know this video is getting kind of lengthy, but this is last and certainly not least. My last lesson that I have learned so far in my 20s is you do not have to have it all figured out. Like, I am 28, and I used to be so sad and depressed and down on myself because I wasn't a millionaire yet. Like, what? Girl, what? You're 36. No. Yeah, you don't have to have life all figured out. Life is forever evolving. You might never have it all figured out, to be honest, but you know, after a while, your frontal lobe starts to develop, and you'll know more than you did a few years ago. So just know that it's okay to pivot and rediscover yourself if you decide to do that. If you decide to rebrand and switch your whole career, and you no longer want to be a dentist or a lawyer, and you want to go out and be on tour with Rihanna, like, you can do whatever you set your mind to, and you can pivot and change your mind. You can always change your mind. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. That's all the lessons so far that I've learned in my 20s. I've probably learned some more that I haven't went over, but comment some things down that you have learned in your 20s, or what lessons stuck out to you the most. Comment anything so we can have some chit chat in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, which I know you did, and thank you, friends, for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.